All right, let's dive into what is quickly becoming one of the most critical AI skills for 2025, prompt engineering. Seriously, if you're working with AI in any capacity, whether you're a developer, a marketer, a business leader, you absolutely need to get a handle on this. Because here's the bottom line. Mastering this skill is what separates getting just average results from your AI tools versus unlocking truly game-changing insights. It's a difference between an AI that kind of works and an AI that becomes your most powerful assistant. So let's really break down what that means. So, what exactly is prompt engineering? Well, think of it as the bridge between what you want an AI to do, your idea, your intent, and what it actually does. And trust me, it's way more than just typing a question into a box. I love that it's often described as both an art and a science. The science part is about structure and logic, but the art is all about the nuance, the creativity. It's kind of like giving instructions to an incredibly brilliant but super literal personal assistant. If you're vague, you're going to get vague results back. But when you give clear, structured, intentional inputs, oh man, that's when the magic happens.
Let's make this real. For a developer, just saying, write a Python function is a total shot in the dark. You have no idea what you'll get. But an engineered prompt, where you specify the function name, the inputs, the output, and even tell it to include error handling, boom, you get clean, production-ready code in seconds.
And it's exactly the same in the business world. Make me a sales report. I mean, that could be anything, right? But asking for a one-page summary for a specific quarter with specific data points and even a specific format like Markdown, you get a perfectly structured report you can share with your team immediately. The efficiency gain here is just massive. This example for data analysts is brilliant. A prompt like "analyze this dataset" is basically useless. It's a black box. But look at the difference when you give the AI a role. You are a data analyst. Then you give it clear tasks. Suddenly, you're not just getting a data dump. You're getting actionable business insights you can actually use. And this isn't just about finding the right words by accident. This is a real discipline with repeatable techniques. You've got things like role-play prompting, where you literally tell the AI, act as a senior marketing director, or chain of thought, where you make the AI explain its reasoning step by step, which dramatically improves accuracy. It's a legitimate skill set.
Okay, but this all leads to a huge problem. You've spent time learning this critical new skill. So how do you actually prove it? How do you show an employer you know what you're doing when there's no single official test? This is what we're calling the big certification catch. Which brings us to the million-dollar question that everybody's asking right now. Is there a globally recognized go-to certification for prompt engineering?
And the simple, blunt answer is nope, not yet. And that's the core challenge facing so many professionals heading into 2025. The skill is in incredibly high demand, but the formal proof is still playing catch-up. So what does the certification landscape actually look like today? Well, there's no single gold standard, but the big tech companies like NVIDIA and AWS are already baking prompt engineering skills into their big deal AI exams. We're also seeing universities pop up with micro-credentials. And honestly, everyone predicts a dedicated official certification is probably just a year or two away. So what do you do in the meantime? Just wait around? No way. This is the most important part. The right strategy isn't to sit on your hands. It's all about building undeniable credibility right now using the best options that are already available. So the winning play here is to be proactive. Instead of waiting for that perfect certification to appear, you build verifiable skills today by focusing on two key things: taking high-quality online courses and earning existing vendor certifications that already test for these skills. And the great news is there are already some fantastic courses out there from names you trust, like Google Cloud, deeplearning.ai on Coursera, and edX. The most important part is that these give you verifiable certificates of completion, powerful signals you can add to your resume, to your LinkedIn profile today to show employers you're ahead of the game.
So, where should you start? Well, it really depends on where you're at. If you're totally new to AI, the foundational courses from Coursera or Google are a perfect launchpad. If you're already using AI in your job, then leveling up with something from AWS or Databricks makes a ton of sense. And for the folks who are actually building AI systems, NVIDIA certifications are where you go for that deep, hands-on proof. And if we look a little closer at these vendor certifications, you can see there's something for everyone. NVIDIA's certs are super technical, which is perfect for developers who need to prove they have the chops. On the flip side, something like the AWS AI Practitioner Cert is ideal for managers who need to understand the business side of things. There's a credible path for almost any career.
Okay, now let's talk about the payoff. Why should you bother with all this? Because the career boost and the financial rewards for mastering prompt engineering are real and they are happening right now. This isn't some job of the future, it's a requirement for today.
What's so amazing is seeing how this one skill cuts across pretty much every industry. It's not just for AI engineers anymore. We're seeing it as a requirement for data scientists, for product managers, for consultants, and even for educators. It's become this truly universal skill that gives you a competitive edge no matter where you work.
And what about salary? Let's just say the pay for roles that require these skills is substantial. I mean, think about it. Even at the entry level, we're seeing salaries pushing well past $100,000. And senior specialists? They can command upwards of $250,000. The return on investment for learning this is just undeniable.
So, looking ahead, the path forward is pretty clear. The time to act is now, by building your skills with today's vendor certifications. Within the next year, you can bet we'll see more specialized micro-certs from the big players, and soon after that, probably full-on university diplomas. Getting skilled up today puts you way ahead of the curve.
So let's wrap this all up. If there is one single thing you take away from this, let it be this. Prompt engineering is not just some temporary buzzword. It is the fundamental skill. It's the gateway to unlocking the real world-changing potential of artificial intelligence. Which really just leaves one final crucial question for you. The AI revolution isn't coming anymore, it's here. So the real question now is, how are you going to prove that you have the skills to help lead it?